you have only one chance to play for the Māori. You know, you're representing your countries. Every single player from your country that plays mixed ability rugby is going to know you're playing. And also got to put everything on the pitch, because only once you're going to do it.
How are you doing, mate?
Good, thank you.
So just get your name, the club you represent, and your role in the Maoris.
So I'm Gwilym Lewis. I represent Llanelli Warriors, and my role in the Maoris is I'm president. I'm also player number 50.
Yeah, I'm Jamie. I'm the chairman of the Maoris, and I currently represent the Llanelli Warriors, and I'm Māori number 1.
Brilliant. Okay, so question number 1. What is the Maoris?
So the Maoris is an invitational side promoting mixed ability rugby. So we select people from mixed ability clubs to represent on an invitational basis. It gives a bit of recognition for some of the players out there, gives recognition to the clubs, and gives them a chance to have some experiences that they wouldn't otherwise have. It doesn't necessarily have to be from a mixed ability club, but from the mixed ability world, because obviously there's other clubs that may not be mixed ability that are really supportive, and other individuals. So it's a chance to bring all that together and highlight it and give the people involved some recognition and a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, within the mixed ability game, there are some slight adaptations in terms of we've got players who maybe might not have the experience or the ability of others, so we have to bear that in mind on the pitch. So when you've got players with maybe a little bit less ability, it's about having common sense on the field of understanding the kind of contact you want to make with that. Our scrums are uncontested. That leads then for a decision on whether you want to have an 8 picking up or not. It's kind of like an on-field decision between the teams. It depends on how they want to work it really, but it's all about adaptation, making sure that you bring everyone involved and involve the whole team, no matter what their ability is really. No, we don't. We went down the route of non-identification. No politics about it really. It's just a case of that's our decision because that's how we play at the Warriors. With the fact that me and Gwil founded the club, we had to kind of like bear in mind what our blueprint would look like, because we're the guys that kind of like want to push it on and develop it. So we made a decision of making no identification for players. It's a good concept, I feel, because in certain clubs where they do identify, whatever their reason behind that may be, they get the opportunity to come here with us and try not. They can leave and maybe go back to their club then and say, look, I don't need identification anymore. I've built the ability, I've built the confidence to be able to do without it. Or they can go back and carry on the way they were and develop the way that they need to get to the point where they don't need to identify anymore.
Brilliant. Let's talk a bit about the family then. So I think last time I was on tour with Bill, he mentioned this idea came on a tour of New Zealand or Samoa. Tell us about how the idea came.
Yeah. We were taking the Warriors to New Zealand and Samoa in 2017. Big tour, fantastic area, and me and Gwil put a lot of work into it. And I remember we got to the first bar in Samoa, and it was quite late after flying over. We checked into this cockroach-ridden hotel, which was the best part of it in my opinion. And we just sat down with a bar, had a beer in our hands, and we thought, this is amazing. Bringing people internationally across the world to play a game of rugby. How amazing would it be to get people to travel all over, wherever they need to be, and have a game of rugby. Then we started talking about how the Barbarians work and how maybe that invitational system might work for that kind of idea for an international side, because you need to bear in mind, you know, it's not about picking the best, it's about picking players to be able to come along and have a game and being involved. And that's kind of like where I was born really, over a couple of years in Samoa.
Missed out on the last documentary, didn't you?
I did. I was on holiday, enjoying myself in Spain. Honestly, I'd rather have been in Spain.
Good evening and welcome to the Principality Stadium here in Cardiff once more. Yes, we're still on the road to Principality 2022, but we have certainly a special event this evening. It's hour and 20 minutes because this is going to be a 40 minutes each way match between the Swansea Gladiators, the oldest mixed ability team in the world, and a recently introduced team of Mixed Ability Rugby Invitationals. This time the try is awarded for the invitational side, and I think it's claimed by Sam Trevor, and they're looking for a second here. They might well get it. Gary O'Sullivan is over, and finally Callum Williams has the try that he's been looking for the last 45 minutes. Oh, lovely work here by the outside half, and the offload is good and the dive is even better. Charlie Prince just come on the field. You can't take your eyes off this match for 1 minute as Reeves puts it into touch, knowing that the whistle would be blown. Clever work there by Tom Reeves. And at the end of this entertaining match, it's the Mari Invitational side that have defeated the Swansea Gladiators, celebrating their 30th anniversary this year, and by 31 points to 24. But never mind about the scoreline, although there'll be bragging rights, I'm sure. It's been a wonderful evening's entertainment, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Mixed ability, well, it's a worldwide movement.
Just Eddie.
Hey Jamie.
Hi David, you okay? Sorry to bother you. I'm just out of curiosity.
I'm David Vinke. I represent Rugby Club Hasselt, and I'm the head coach for the Maris in Belgium. Selection process was really quite simple for me. First question was passion. We have some values in rugby, and one passion that stands out. One value that stands out is passion. If you don't have passion, you will not be rolling around in the mud. You don't stand in the pouring rain. You will not take the hits. You will not get up again. Passion takes you a long way.
We've got to put a team together. So there's positions. We look at recognising the different clubs, and we try and sort of recognise the people. So some people have come to our attention because they're forever promoting mixed ability rugby and they've been real ambassadors for it. Some people, the coaches, will tell us the people who deserve our recognition perhaps have been long serving or just enthusiastic. Obviously, it's got to fit in with positions. It's no good having 15 props. So there's a little bit of obviously we've got to take that into consideration. Got a good idea of some of the more outstanding players that we'd like to sort of see, play in. The Warriors play a lot of fixtures, and sometimes we'll see a winger we think, wouldn't they be good in black and white? Lifters, jumpers, thrower, decent back rows, some good carries, half-backs that can run it. We know where we are there. We've got plenty of players with options.
Got a good spine for the squad.
It's good spine, good mix of clubs.
Management is good. It's got good experience there from previous Maris games. Good coaches to bring through. Happy with that?
Yeah, really happy. I think it's going to be a cracker.
We have 2 more players have been selected this year to play in Hasselt, Belgium in March. Okay, so first Mari to be selected is Nathan. Hey! Right. Second Mari selected to go to Belgium in March next year. What? Short pass. Connor Nagel.
Steve on the stool. Ladies and gentlemen, a surprise for Steve. Yes, Steve is selected this year for the Maris game in Hasselt.
Mixed Ability ha sido aceptada. Viajo a Bélgica.
¡Vale! ¡Qué grande!
Gracias.
Tenemos seleccionada la familia. Venga, un saludo para todos y feliz Navidad.
Que te han seleccionado para jugar un partido de rugby en Bélgica con el equipo del Mixed Ability.
¡Qué bien!
Sí,
¡Qué bien!
Se manda en Bélgica y va a jugar con todos los compañeros del Mixed Ability.
Muy bien.
Internacional, de todos los países.
Nada, estoy súper contento porque voy con Mario y con Jorge convocados al torneo internacional de Mixed Ability y nos vamos a Bélgica los tres. Muchas gracias.
Okay guys, so quick announcement. 2 of the Mountshire Stags have been selected to play for the Maris, which is away in Belgium. Okay, the 2 guys that have been selected is Jarrett and Boris. Would you like to come up, boys?
One of the main things we wanted to do from the day one, really, the idea was to create this international side and travel the world. The fact that we established ourselves in 2021, we were on the back end of COVID, so we were restricted in terms of how we could travel. In fact, a lot of the players that we invited on the first game couldn't make it in the end because of international travel was limited. So the fact now we're able to go to the continent and have our first international fixture means that we can involve a lot of the players that we initially invited on day one.
I got injured during IMART, and it was the last possible injury that I could get as a player. So no more playing days for me. And then they got in touch with me. Hey, do you want to be head coach? I was like, what? Head coach? Me? The Maris? Yeah, well, actually, best injury I could get, seeing what I've experienced the last months.
Mixed Ability Rugby it's about bringing as many different abilities of rugby players together to enjoy the rugby experience that we all have known and love, really. It doesn't matter what your ability, doesn't matter who you are, come along, have a game of rugby and enjoy it and gain some friends.
Alright guys, welcome. Welcome to everybody. Thanks for coming, thanks for joining us, and thanks for joining the families, the Maris family. I'm going to do some quick introductions with you guys now, just to introduce who your management team is going to be. We've got David, Gary and Chris.
Yeah, I think that when we looked at the selection of this, we got David, who, as I said, we got him involved, wanted him to be involved from day one, the coach for Belgium, who's done a lot of work on the ground for us over there. He was invited day dot. Getting him involved was key. And then to support him, what we've learned over the last few games is having assistant coaches to be able to help you with that is key, but having people with experience of the Maris has really helped. So Chris and Gary, who have both been selected as assistant coaches for this particular squad, have represented the Maris.
And they're looking for a second here, they might well get it. Gary O'Sullivan is over.
My name is Gary O'Sullivan, I'm the assistant coach and forwards coach, and I represent the Sundaysville Rebels.
Chris Thomas there. Oh, this is adventurous stuff. Oh, brilliant again. Oh, nice pass out the back door. What skills.
My name is Chris Thomas. I'm one of the assistant coaches and I'm representing South Gala RFC.
It's a huge opportunity for people with and without disabilities to be part of a group like nothing else. It's a real rare opportunity for people with disabilities to be treated as equals.
Been very fortunate in my rugby career over the last 20 years to travel the world with different teams, from national at youth level to other tours of clubs, and that Maori experience in Cardiff was one of the best experiences of my life.
Congratulations. Goodie bag. You go along.
There you go. Thank you.
Yay! Thank you. York. 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 Hello. Goodie bag. After me, after me. Yay! 104. Oh, for me? Yeah, is it? Oh, thank you very much. That's fine, no worries. I'll wait for it to come down.
I draw my sleeves up because it's so small now.
There's a big hospitality in Limburg. It's all about, like we say in Dutch and local dialect, it's zet u, pak een zatje koffie. Just take a seat, have some coffee. Hasselt is the capital of the taste, like we call ourselves, so let them taste some of our hospitality. And it started with a local beverage that the mayor offered. We did a tour with some local foods, some local beverages, and well, we just went full hospitality. Feel welcome, help us grow everything. That is about Hasselt.
As the mayor of Hasselt, I would like to thank you on behalf of the entire city council and together with our alderwoman for choosing our city, and more so for the great job you do every day. And I have understood that you're not only good at handling local ball, but also know how to have a drink. Therefore, I suggest that the drink come in. To the Maoris, to Mixer, salute, cheers, lunch.
Tell us a little bit about your playing philosophy specifically within the Maoris.
Within the Maori, have fun. You can try something 5 times. If it works once, great. It doesn't have to be perfect. The whole point is it's meant to be fun while you try it. My only philosophy is if you go out there and you try your best and you lose, grand, but you better not lose because you didn't work hard.
I think we don't treat people as different. We got people with different kinds of disabilities, abilities, and we treat them like we would treat anybody else. It's all about equality and diversity, and that's what makes the Maori special.
So yeah, you know, rugby's got this whole social you know, ethos and mythicism almost with it. You know, the third half, as they say in France, for the after-match stuff. You know, the sport prides itself on its social ability, and yet a lot of the guys that we play rugby with, one of the things we noticed straight away with the Warriors, with Wales be playing. So what are you doing? And you know, you watching a game? Yeah, where are you watching it? Oh, I'm Mams. You know, and that'd be it. They wouldn't be out. And yet, it's you know, rugby can be such a social event, and these are often guys who won't go on a stag do's, won't have been on boys' holidays, won't have been on 18 or 30s, and yet this is a chance to get away, let their hair down, drink if they want to drink, but just, you know, get out and really enjoy your weekends with some rugby involved to give it a bit of focus. But yeah, it is about that. And we've seen just from the weekends and talking to the coaches and the players afterwards in the WhatsApp groups, we can see people's confidence coming out. You know, they scored for the Maris, or they've played their first game without a bib on or whatever, and they've gone out on these things, and they can mixing in with a load of strangers, travel broadens the mind. For some of these guys, it really is life-changing. You can see it, you know, and the social groups we've got on social media and stuff afterwards, the banter, and lucky enough as management to be in all of them, and it's just incredible, you know, the way everyone sort of got that affinity, even if they've never met, they've got that Mari number, and it really does feel like it's a sort of an extended rugby family now, which is, you know, just really where we want it to be. You know, other people want to get in on, and would love to be a part of, and they're part of it, and you know, it's fantastic.
Just had some terrible news. Have you seen Jamie and Gul are not here at the moment? There's a problem. We can't do the fixture today. We're trying to find something else that we can do. Maybe watch a football game or something. But the fixture is called off. It was full.
I think it's important to not just go on tour just for the drinking and the fun of it. You know, we need to explore the history of different countries, and you know, we've learned so much this morning than we ever did about Belgium history and culture.
So to show you how life was like in occupied Belgium, because you didn't only to fight the hunger or the forced labor you had to do.
I suppose it's important to embrace the culture of the people you're playing against. Part of the experience of touring as a team, whether it's Maris or your own club, is you are getting to see parts of the world you may not get to, and that's just for the people without disabilities, or people with disabilities who have so much limitations in life, to get to see these parts of the world. It's really important that they get to embrace the cultures as well, you know, get the full value of their trips, and they get to do the tour of Belgium here. Like for me, I really opened up my eyes, because like you forget when you're in Ireland and you think about the history of the wars and stuff. We were away, like, first of all, we weren't involved, but we were away from everything. You know, when you only hear about the superpowers, the big bodies, you forget about the damages that mainland Europe suffered, because they were just the bargaining ground for the big bodies. They were where it all goes, where everything went down. And it was really interesting to get to see that, and it was really interesting for the boys to get to see that, you know, from their own different cultures, their own different opinions, because they would have been told their own story where they were. And just for the likes of Emile and the Belgian boys who were from the area to get to see us learn it, you know, it's a great experience, so it means a lot.
All right, before we are going to announce the captain, each one of you has been selected on purely the base of your passion for rugby. I know you have passion for rugby. I will not ask to show me anymore. What I want you to show on the pitch is discipline. If the ball falls, you get back behind the ball, you put in some support for the other player of your team. If the ball goes to the other team, you work hard for it to get the ball. And so you will gain respect from everybody, from your team and for the audience. We will gain possession of the ball, we will gain territory, we will make tries, Hasselt will lose. Yes. We have our captain, of course. Yes. Okay, back or forward? I choose anyway. Emile!
Just with Emile, he from the day one showed a lot of passion. He doesn't speak a lot of English, but all the English speakers here, he's still coming up, he's shaking hands, he's saying hello, and that's really unique bravery to have for a person who would have an intellectual disability, to be approaching people who he's never met.
Well, Emile, yeah, sorry. I've encountered Emile in 2018 for the first time, and I was touched by his passion. Sorry. Emile started to play as a youngster in Dendermonde, and as he grew along the different teams, he suddenly encountered his problems with the disability. You just see a guy enjoying that he's part of the club, enjoying that he's part of the team, that pure passion. Well, at that given moment I had the idea I had to do something for Emile, because I don't know any other player like him. But that was way back a few years ago, and then the Maris came along, and then that was the moment as well that I was like, okay, this is a guy that we can pick as captain, because my main selection team was passion. Well, pure passion.
We're going to go to the team first, come up and collect the medallion, and then come and get the jerseys from the guys over there, okay? So, starting at loose head prop, and you'll have to bear with me with these names, right? I'm really struggling with some of these. Carl.
It's been an absolute honour to coach you boys, and I cannot wait to watch you. Personally myself, I played for the Mari. You have only one chance to play for the Mari. Don't turn it into being nervous. You know, you're representing your countries. Every single player from your country that plays Mixed Ability Rugby is going to know you're playing. Emil, everyone in Belgium is going to know, and also got to put everything on the pitch, because it's only once you're going to do it.
One, two, three, scream!
I'm only going to say something small to his assistant, right? David's going to speak to you, right? Want to sit down, Alvin? You sit down, David? There's one thing I want, obviously I've worked with the forwards. I haven't worked with G-backs. Just, as a group, this is a rare opportunity. I know a few people have spoken. You will never probably get to play together as one team again. Maybe in drips and drabs here and then, but this, today, full team, a new brotherhood is made, including your mates inside. We are a 26-man team, and each and every one of you are going to get a chance to represent the Maris today, and it might be the last time you get to do it.
What I want to see on the pitch is happy people. And I believe that every one of you has enough passion in his heart to be happy on the pitch when you're playing this awesome game. I will see lots of smiling faces, and it will make them cry that they can't play with us tonight. Today, sorry. Anyway, without further ado, let's go out, let's go kick our ass from the Hasselt to Hatton. Okay?
Let's go, boys!
Come on!
Goed
Lisa, you in. Fucking awesome! I am a happy coach. Thank you. Each one of you played with passion. I asked for, I've seen it on the pitch. All those people over there enjoyed the game. There are people who've never seen rugby before.
Outside, it's like negative degrees. No, I ain't trying to freeze. I'm just trying to bring the heat, yeah. In a mood, but we gonna kick the blues. Trying to see a little color, so I'm eating Fruity Loops. Lost that funky feeling inside. No, it ain't worth your time, baby. You got a good life. It's time to feel alive. The sun is shining, yeah. It's time to get up. The clouds are here, but they're about to let up. It's a good, good life. You're gonna keep it all 100.
Ciao a tutti, buenos dias a todos. Good morning everybody, bonjour tout le monde, goedemorgen allemaal. With the blue sky I have behind me and the empty pitch, I would like to say I'm a happy coach, I'm a proud coach. I loved to be your coach and I believe that the Maoris are excellent. Keep on the good work, Will, keep on the good work, Jamie. Love you guys. Thank you very much for the last weekend we had. Bye.